I just want to say something about the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France. It came here in 1886. At that time, we had an immigration law in this country where you came here, you had to be on Ellis Island, you had to be screened, and you had to be documented, you had to be tested, that you had to be vaccinated, and you could only come in if you had a sponsor or if you were self-reliant, okay? This guy doesn't know his history. And, you know, the truth is, if you understood the background of the Statue of Liberty, it's a symbol of freedom and democracy. It doesn't mean everybody just show up and will take care of you. And that's why Joe Biden, I believe, is going to lose the election, assuming he's the guy that runs. What is happening to the Democrats now is that they are now, it's not just the top tier that's talking, it's affecting everyone. Like, I don't know if you remember, but there was a veteran in Staten Island. We talked about this a couple months ago, where he had to be moved out of I think it was some kind of a nursing home. And they moved him out. He didn't have anywhere to go, so they could move the immigrants in, the migrants, the illegals in. And the same with a hospital in Denver today, $130 or $40 million in debt because of the illegals, and Americans are waiting in line for health care. Forget about the fact that the Americans have to pay for their health care and the illegals don't. And then we've got taking our kids out of school so illegals can go into the school. And hotels in New York City emptying out half of the business so we can put illegals in. Look, New York City and America can no longer handle this migrant crisis. And can you imagine if Joe gets elected again? And Mayorkas, we've got impeachment hearings. The guy didn't even show up. That's how much respect they have for democracy.
Self-reliance. Do you think that should be a standard for admitting new Americans, as they call them?
Well, I can bring a unique perspective because I believe I'm the only member of the panel, as a non-American, who has a visa which officially states that I'm an alien of extraordinary ability in the television industry. So I've always thought it's rather quaint the way you Americans call us aliens when we try and get into your country. But you hit on something about his lack of knowledge about history. I can extrapolate on that because the Statue of Liberty, ironically, wasn't created to celebrate letting people into America. It was the opposite. It was created to celebrate kicking out the British. I feel very strongly about this. Because, as you rightly say, the French historian and abolitionist Edouard de Lubalet proposed a monument to commemorate the centenary of U.S. independence, the perseverance of American democracy, and the liberation of the nation's slaves. So, in fact, it was celebrating the absolute opposite of what this clown wants us to believe the Statue of Liberty represents. It represented America winning its independence and democracy, and the bedrock of any democracy is controlling your border. So every objective analysis of his history is a complete maxi.
You really are an extraordinary alien, Piers.
Thank you.
Really got to give it to you.
Don't you think it's a bit weird to call us aliens?
I think
you think alien. You think weird things with.
Listen, it's your language. It's the English language. We took it from you.
When you come to our country, we don't call you aliens.
We just say, I'm going to go to your country and say you're giving me a barrage of insults. Go ahead.
Just to remind you,
I'm teasing. You're a lot less extraordinary when you keep blowing the brake.
You speak English, not American.
Okay, I got it.
True.